Sorry for my latest. I was busy scalping the market, and I just took $300 out of the market in about 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how I did it and what's happening. Let's break it down. So I started off the morning short because it looked like we were short. But yeah, I tell you, I don't like to short Bitcoin in a big rally, right? It's just pointless. But let's break it down. Let me get the screen up and running. Let me get focused here. Get the music back up and going. But let's just start off with the hot energy. So sorry for being late, but I was just intently in a long. So right when I was about to go live, I was watching this break to 200 MA. The second it did, I got into a long and I threw it in there. Okay. And I just literally took the long out. I had to, I mean, I was either going to sit in the long and not focus or, you know, either you stream or you make gains. Sometimes you have to pick one. So I got in at 72.230. I just sold it. It was a big trade because to put that much money in, look, 6%, right? If it was, you know, so you can do the math. It was 10%. It would have been like I had $3,000 in there. So I had probably $5,000 in there at like somewhat, what, 30 leverage or something. Let me see my leverage now. I switch it long to short. So, but what am I at now? I'm at 25x, right? So that means it was about a $125,000 trade, right? So anyway, it was a pretty big trade. I had to focus on it, and I wanted to make sure that I was, you know, I was clearing. And I made those gains. So I saw us cross the 200 MA on the 5-minute. I took the trade and I just sold it at about 75.450. We went to a high of 75.494. I got pretty good at that local top, right? So let's break down, how do I do this? Why do I do it? Well, I just trade when we cross the 200 MA. It's a really simple way to make money. I've been doing it now for about a year and a half. I learned it, but didn't, you know, I used to use the 200 all the time, but one day it hit me. See, what happens is you learn technical analysis. Then you learn trading, and then eventually you go, if you're creative like me, I'm a very creative guy, I will say, and I put together different concepts and ideas, and my mind sat there and I said, wait, you could leverage trade small time frames and use what you learned in the big time frames with the 200. I said, there's a chance that all coincides, and I did the back testing, and it all started to make sense. If you dedicate yourself to something, you're going to be good at it. Dedicate yourself to something. I do this every single day without fail. Everybody knows what I do and who I am and what I'm about. Everybody knows what Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, is about. I'm about hard work. I'm about family. And I'm about getting paid and getting that money, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. This is the show that gets it done. This is the show that makes it happen. This is the show that, if you pay attention, you may just get paid while you're watching the show, because you're going to get the education that's going to get you that money, baby. The energy is at its apogee. This isn't an act. This isn't just a joke. This is real. I love having high frequency and being around high frequency individuals, people that use gratitude every single day, people that use love, light, and happiness, people that stay positive no matter what happens in their life, and people that know how to grind and work hard too. I don't mind the positive people, but I know some people that are all like, oh, it's all good and good, but they don't know how to pick up a shovel. They can't work it. They've never worked a day in their life. You know what I mean? I tell you what, I did a night shift for 6 years. I'm still here, baby. I'm still here. So right now, I'm looking for another scalp for Bitcoin. I'm looking for this to flag out, touch the 21-day moving average. And guys, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but this is it. And you can see our next measured move is wick to wick. All right. And that's going to be the next measured move there to the upside here for Bitcoin. And it could take you somewhere, right to about 76,394 for BTC. Beautiful support of resistance now put in on the local level. Resistance. Bit of an Adam and Eve here as well. Okay. Now, I teach my students how to long when we cross the 200 MA. I attempt to give you the signal every time I can, but I can't start the stream, give you the signal, hit my trade, execute the trade. Like, some days you're gonna have to use what I've taught you and go on your own. You know what I mean? I can't spoon feed every single trade. I do the best I can, though, and we do a pretty dang good job. All right. So you know, starting our day pretty nicely, right? And we're gonna go from here. And that all happens so fast. You never know what's gonna happen when you're trading. You really never know how it's gonna go, where it's gonna go, how fast it can happen, how many ins and outs. There's days where I've been down, or the trading day's been tough. It's like 6 o'clock. I believe that's it. And next thing you know, I see a signal, I snatch it, I double down because we get above a support, we retest, I triple down, and then boom, 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 and then 30 minutes later, it's one of the biggest trading days I've ever had. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, an hour ago, I was like, and my mind, and then I go to sleep that night being like, what the? And I said, man, God is so beautiful, and this world is so beautiful, and there's just so many beautiful things that can happen to you. And if we keep ourselves positive and we always believe that positive things are coming, then see, your belief creates the reality in which you chose to live in. Your subjective consciousness, it comes from you too. Your consciousness comes from within. It really does. People don't realize that, but it really does. Consciousness does come from within. And what I mean by that mostly is you're a participant in your reality. A lot of people don't think so. They think the reality is just happening around them, but you're a participant in your own reality. You're creating it as much as you really, and it makes sense. You could think about it ethereally and be all spiritual, but you could be really practical about it, right? 2 baseball players. One guy just has a good mom, and she's always like, believe in yourself, Donnie. I love you. I don't know like Donnie, but believe in yourself. And the other one doesn't have a mom. Maybe she passed when he was younger, or, sad to say, or maybe she's a drunkard and she doesn't really have a positive attitude. And whenever he sees her, she's kind of moping, And one of them just creates a habit of positive being because his mom was always positive around him, and the other one doesn't. And they both go into baseball, and they both strike out. But the positive one says, I'm going to get there again. It's just my first time. I'm going to make this happen. I just got to be positive. And the negative one's like, man, this sucks. These kids are better than me. I'll never get as good as anyone else. And I mean, who's going to get better at baseball? Who's going to get better at baseball? Who's going to get better? Obviously, the one with the positive mindset. You know what I mean? Hands down. So honestly, this looks like it's about to erupt on the small time frame here. Like this little flag may just start to rip on the 1 minute for Bitcoin. And we may just start to squeeze these shorts like you read about. BOOKMAP has liquidity to the downside. I did have to flip against BOOKMAP. Again, you have to remember, BOOKMAP's also the ignorant people that are stubborn. I'll keep my orders here until I get them. Rich people don't bend to the market. They make the market bend to them. So they sit there until they can't sit there anymore. So they'll keep an order at 73,000 until it can't, And look, now the lowest orders for Bitcoin are 73,000. Isn't that amazing? Like there's nothing. If you want to get Bitcoin below 70K, good luck. And remember when I told everybody, I said, man, these are probably going to be the best prices you ever get. And I bought a bunch of Bitcoin and I said, this is it. This is probably the last chance to buy Bitcoin below $70,000 before we absolutely take off to the upside, And lo and behold, yeah, that's exactly what's been happening. Unbelievable, right? Okay, let's talk about grass public to the upside. We're going to get into that too. Grass, just the gift that keeps on giving. Just why not keep buying grass? It's unbelievable. I'm trying to see what my last order was. I'm like, what did I just do? Sell grass at 283. Okay. So we still got... All right, hold on. Of course, I'm on Comcast. They're messing with my internet while I'm in a trade. Pretty insane. Yeah, I was about to say, like, something didn't make sense. So look, I just put in grass. I'm up 1,300 on grass literally in like an hour. I swung trade 15,000 into grass and this thing's booming. I'm about to just take my gains there. I'll show you how I sell. Oh no, okay, get out of that. And honestly, I've even market sold and they do me pretty good. Watch, I'm gonna market sell and see how bad they... Price must be positive. What does it mean? Hold on. All right, I got no grass. Hold on. Oh, maybe I'm stuck inside an order. Yeah. Remember, this is also 0 fees to do this, which is awesome. You have to remember that. All right, here we go. And again, I'm just swing trading. I made a quick $1,300. Yeah, it's above my, my pay grade. And look at the price they gave me. $291 average fill on a market sell. Like they're so, I'm pretty sure they don't single me out, but I market in and out and get the exact price I want. The other exchanges, they like KuCoin and stuff, they'd get me out at like 286. You know what I mean? bang me to the downside. So there, I just made 1,300 bucks on grass. It took me about an hour. Gains on gains, baby. I just made another 300 trading futures. There's money out here. All right, you make 2, 3, 4, 5 grand a day just day trading. When the market gets rippy like this, I can start making 5, 10 grand a day. It can get crazy. I'm telling you right now, 20 grand a day. I'm going for a 30, 50 grand day to day, baby. We can do it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. This is MEXC. If you want to find out more, trade on MEXC. The lowest fees in the game, 0 fees on spot. All right, if it's applicable in your area. A lot of people having trouble with MEXC. If that's the issue, we got the next best thing, baby. And you know what it is. You know what it is. It's that Weeks, baby. Weeks.com, baby. Weeks.com is the place to be. I love Weeks. I like how fast and intuitive the stop loss is. Very, very nice. I like their phone app, right? I can't use the phone app. MEXC, I use the phone app for Weeks all the time on the go. So when I'm on the go, I'm using my futures trades here on Weeks. Sign up to Weeks.com and find out more. They have access to awesome coins and lower fees than almost any exchange in the game as well. All right. Blessings on blessings to anyone that uses any of the links. So we talked about grass. We got into it here. It started to pump to the upside. It looks like it could head all the way to 370. Yesterday, I did the same thing. I scalped it for like 1,500 or whatever. I would have made 7 grand had I stayed in that trade. But woulda, shoulda, coulda, it's okay. I made gains. You know what I mean? We always have to just revert back to the fact that we made gains and be happy. Always tell yourself, I'm okay with it. Let's take a big here, a spill of the lemon water here. And let's decalcify that pineal gland. Dear Lord, bless this water. May the frequency of this high water go towards my body. Spread every cell of and spread hydration to every cell. Make me feel absolutely amazing. Let it decalcify the pineal. Let it make me alkaline and ruin any type of cancerous acidity inside of my body. Amen. Amen. May this water be blessed. Pray on your water. When you pray on your water, it changes the frequency of the water. I'm telling you right now, you have now prayed on the water. Water obtains what you give it. Positive vibrations, positive ideas, positive love. The water will obtain that vibrational energy. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. And we got into Bitcoin. Remember, we bought that Bitcoin at 19,000 in front of the world, man. And so much Bitcoin. Now we're at 75. You saw my net worth soar to the highest it's ever been. You watch me put my money on the line every single day. You watch me risk it all for glory, baby. And you guys saw me do it every single time. Every single day, no day off. And you guys did it with me. Shout out to you for doing it. Shout out to you for kicking it with me. Shout out for you for getting it all the way, baby. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. Could barely spell. I'm like scalping Bitcoin. Yeah, it's awesome though. Today's a blessed day. We're gonna do our top-down analysis for BTC. All right. So now I was having an issue over. I was like, oh, now I got another. Okay, we got 1,617 people here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. We're hitting massive gains here. If you're in the trading group, we gave this grass call. Next thing you know, it was gone, baby, gone. Gone, baby, gone. Took me a while to get the math to condense down. Condense the formula. Pi times 1649 to the 6, 2.718 is 83.5 for the geeks still here. You know, I could do that. It's so funny. What a waste of time. I could just draw a line and get there. God bless you, though. You probably have some great information. One day we'll come together. Maybe we'll build a spaceship. We'll put that to use. You know what I mean? RDT on the daily breaking out. Check it out, please. Had a Saturday class when you bought it at 19K. Unbelievable. Are you going to live stream the FOMC today? Yes, I will. Yeah. Sammy, the trading group is worth $300 a month. We're about to up the, we should about to make it more expensive. People are like, no. Inflation. It should have went up with inflation. Really, I never made an inflation change. We all know that the dollar went down, but my value did not. That trading group definitely went up to $250. It was $99 3 years ago. Inflation has kicked in. It's $189 now. So look, grass, nice little sell there for grass, right? And I'm out just went on a quick little dip because look, we got overbought on the stochastics RSI, and I was just in and out with a large amount of money. So I'm not, you know what I mean? If I was in for small beans, though, I'd stay in, man. That looks like it's going all the way to 373. All right. Which exchange is it good to trade gold? You could trade gold using my link below on BingX. BingX lets you trade gold, silver, Tesla. You do, I believe you'll need a VPN, but yes, it's the best exchange. We could trade cryptocurrency and everything you need in the same place. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. All right, so today is a beautiful day. Already up a beautiful, 1,600. Actually, even in all my business ventures, I'm up a lot. Today is a beautiful day. God bless you. I hope you're up too as well. All right. If it gets more expensive, I'll get a second job to purchase the class. Amen. Will existing 99ers still get it for 99? Me and my wife always had this idea. We never wanted to make it more because we want to help the person that's stuck like I was. And, even just money, you think money's too much for you. Even when you can easily afford $300, you're like, I can't, because you have this mindset. So the 99 is a nice place to get someone that's stuck in their head, stuck in their mind, and get them ready to achieve greatness, for 99, baby. Be on time and join the 99. Amen. And it just has a ring to it. That number 9, she's a beauty, that number 9, right? So grass pumped fast away from the 200, the 21-day moving, the 21 MA on the 7-minute. That's going to come back probably for just a retest and then rip. It's likely to come down, retest either 282, possibly 276. Might even bounce from here. You never know. But I'm still bullish on this overall. Time frames look like you're going to break out. That's beautiful. Huge pump, consolidation. Pump, consolidation. The longer, the fatter the pump, the bigger, the fatter the consolidation, the bigger the pump too. Actually, we could, you could conservatively say, well, it's actually probably going to go the length of this entire leg here, and hit $4. And remember, grass was just sitting down here at what? We saw it when it first hit the exchange ever, 75 cents, 60 cents. I mean, we're talking over a 5X almost here now for grass coming up on $3. That's intense. That's intense. And a 5X since, the end of October, man. We're talking 10, 12 days ago. Like, this is hot. Let's take a look at Deep Protocol real quick, and then we're going to get into Bitcoin. I know it's all about Bitcoin, but the alts are starting to take over. And I kept saying deep is the one. Deep is the one. Look, it never got stopped out. That was my flag. They didn't stop us out, and then it pumped to the upside. If you did take this trade, you're in the money. And remember what I said yesterday? Inside the trading group, I told everyone exactly how to handle the SUI ecosystem. I gave them every meme. I gave them, and then both the DEXs and SUI. And I said, you don't have to chase SUI. I have a position in Deep Protocol. And you know what I mean? That's kind of how I'm playing it. Because Deep has such a small market cap. To me, Deep can really do numbers. And Deep is just getting started. We got into Deep, remember, at a penny. It went up 9X in like a day or two, 5 days, fine, 6 days. Came back down for some consolidation. Seemed to do a double bottom here beautifully, right? Double bottom. Let's go to the, an 8-hour chart there. Beautiful Adam and Eve double bottom in a way. I mean, unreal, right? And now it just broke above resistance. Getting a little far for the 21. But this is beautiful. Deep Book Protocol. And the measured move of the double bottom takes you here for the neckline, somewhere back up here, and then you're in basically pretty close to price discovery. You only have one resistance at 8 and 7 cents. And you have to understand, when we found out about it, it was barely, no one even knew what it was, right? And this stream's going to find new coins every single day. This is what's going to happen here. This stream becomes electric. It's not just me and doing the TA anymore. It's going to become a place where everyone shows up because I never take a day off. So anyone who has a thought, anyone who wants to be a part of something big, anyone who likes to be consistent, they're going to end up right here. Okay, this is the time square that never ends for crypto. This is the channel you want to be on every single day, constantly to the upside, baby. Maneki, one of my favorite memes in the game. I got Maneki. You guys know I got a big old meme portfolio. It's pretty much, I probably have 20 memes. I would say, hey, don't trade memes, don't touch a meme. But I slowly grab one here and there without thinking about it, But wow, Deep Book Protocol, 153, right? When this came out, it had like what? It's a 6X, so you divide, it had a $20 million market cap. We got it under 100 million. I mean, and this thing is ripping. Sui's going to evolve. And I figured, why chase Sui when I can make deep my thing? So think about it. Cake, this is very similar to the cake, right? And cake went to 6 billion. Let's talk about this. You need this education. I know it's not a chart right now, but you want this type of education here. It's not just about the charts. You want to get the overall idea here. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right? You should do your own research, before going into any project, coin, or trade. Understand what you're doing. I'm just an educator and giving you kind of my take on the market, what I see. Again, I found cake when it was back at 60 cents. All right? Cake's market cap is 500 million. Cake's market cap at the highest point, I believe it was at let's see, all-time high here. $6 billion market cap, right? We're going to get a bigger run this time than last time, right? More money's involved, okay? There's just a lot of action here. So this is telling me that, yeah, and that's why I'm in Aerodrome. Aerodrome could do numbers, okay? And then you want to look at, okay, what are the DEXs? What are the coins that could create this movement? And then we look at deep. And then you just hope something doesn't happen where they get exploited or something like that. But I mean, this gets to $1 billion. This can get to $6 billion. Remember, I got into cake when the market cap was tiny. It was around 150 million or something like that. And I was in that thing to $6 billion. And so deeper protocol hitting $1 billion to me, very reasonable. 2 billion, extremely reasonable. A 10x out of this makes a lot of sense to me. But again, to me, I don't know what it makes to you, right? It's on many places, Bybit, KuCoin, MEXC, like it's just hot. Like they got it where they need it. Anyway, you guys do whatever makes you happy. I don't see how this thing doesn't soar for 10x. And I'm in it, I'm loaded up. Can you give me your take on ILV? At 9 million tokens, it can only go up. I love ILV. Illuvium is hot. I own ILV. Yeah. Eyes on Ave. Shout out to JV for the first super chat coming on in there. Let's take a look at the chat here. Let's pop out that chat and get it in. And if you want to jump into my trading group, where tonight I'm going to go over my entire portfolio. That alone is worth $100. It is. It's $100 a month. It's $99 a month to get my entire portfolio. Look what you get for $99 a month. You get my entire portfolio 4 times a month. I go over it. Talk about anything that I've done, anything that I've changed. All right. You get all the charts and things that I'm going over constantly. Right. I even gave updates on coins right there. There's free data right there if you even saw it. All the altcoins that I'm getting into, the altcoin play today for grass, which is already up beautifully. Like, look, you got it before it happened. Boom. And next thing you know, it was in the gain. So like, if you're sick of like being behind, if you're sick of waiting, and then you'd be like, well, and then we don't only just do this for you. We teach you how I did this. Then I have 5 elite traders that I've trained personally that are scanning the market constantly and posting charts on a daily basis and show, look at this. He hit ENA for massive gains, 32%. Never hit the stop loss. Cup and handle. They learn from me. Look, the show, the multiple ideas inside of one, the inverted head and shoulder, the cup and handle, the secondary cup and handle. If you pulled the fib, it came down to the 0.5 fib right near the golden pocket. He has his fib right there. It went through the gap of the VRVP to the point of control. I teach my students how to execute. The low stochastics. Shout out to my man, Stack McChange, who posted this to the trading group. The guy is tirelessly working for you and grinding every single day. On top of that, I have a school right inside there where you can learn all the stuff that I give you inside a learning library. I have a content directory. Look at Fibonacci Bootcamp, Support or Resistance Bootcamp, Risk Management, Bitcoin Dominance, Support or Resistance. What is a swing trade? Right? It just goes tutorial, head and shoulder, price action versus indicators, the making of a trade, a deep dive process and mindset, how price action moves, trend analysis, rising wedge, pattern guides, double tops, diamond patterns, explained, and more. It's just all here for you. A great depository of knowledge for $99 a month. I'm telling you right now, you're kicking yourself. Everyone that doesn't join and then joins says, what was I waiting? What was I waiting? Amen. How are you not trading Bitcoin? It's running to bust the all-time high. It's okay. No worries. It's booming out the flag to the upside. Look at that beautiful little flag. Bang, bang, bang. All-time high right there. There's your target, 76,000. I just gave you guys the trade. It didn't get stopped out. I got very close. Look at that thing mooning. Absolutely mooning. Today's a great day, man. I'm telling you. Blessings on blessings to everybody. You can also do a yearly subscription, of course. Go to cryptolifer.com. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. All right. And if you subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual, you will get, you will save. You will save. All right, let's break down Bitcoin pumping to the upside. I gave you this little flag here, and it's doing damage. Right? Entry would have been a little late after the breakout. It then dipped down, but it did not stop you out. The stop was at 75192. We went to 75231. Hey, and then that's a scalp arena right there with the top at about 75,795. And it makes sense. You go to 75.8. It would make sense. We'd go to 75.8. That's just the area that I assumed we would hit. So we crossed the 200 MA on the 1 minute and we ripped to the upside. Unbelievable for Bitcoin. I would take profits there because you're away for the 21-day moving average. Anyway, let's break down BTC and have some fun. Let's go to the weekly. Wow. 75,600 for Bitcoin. And, you know, the Trump presidency is amazing. You got RFK who wants Bitcoin reserves. Like, they're going to start buying Bitcoin reserves. Like, I mean, this is going to get crazy. I think the people that made a choice to get into Bitcoin down at 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, I think we're kind of set for life here. You know, I'm going to knock on wood, but it seems to me as long as we just stay alive and eat healthy now, we're going to be pretty good. So God bless. Shout out to all my early Bitcoiners, baby. And God bless to the new people too. I don't want to, make you feel like, there's going to be opportunity for you. There's going to be so much opportunity. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be great. It's going to be one of the best things we've ever seen. I'm telling you. It's wonderful. These are the best people I've ever seen. Ever. It doesn't get better than this. I'm working on it. It will get better with time. It's all about... The weekly closes beautifully above 71,005. Got nothing really to worry about. Do we come back and retest? There's a chance at one point. We are gapping away from the 21 there. Every time we make the gap, the bigger the gap, right? But that's beautiful. We're going to close a absolutely gorgeous weekly candle. Everything looking exactly how it should for Bitcoin. So far, so good. The 3-day as well closes tonight in 8 hours at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right. 8 hours. Hold up. 8 hours. Yeah, it's 11. Yes, okay, yeah. 8 hours and 12 minutes. Yep, that makes 100% sense. And that's a bullish engulfer. I like what I'm seeing there. And we came down and did the beautiful retest. We have some support. And basically, and if you bring up here, we have some support at 72.8. And then here's our daily time frame. Our daily looking like it's about to blast to the upside and get a move on. So saddle up to a small time frame. And the daily really wants to extend. The measured move of the daily is this whole length. So the daily's headed to $89,000 by the end of November. And that's kind of what I see happening. So we're headed to 89, 90K by December 1st, November 30th. That looks very, very likely. So the daily looking like it's going to close green and continue to the upside. MACD just getting across on the daily. RSI moving. We're looking pretty sweet on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour looking awesome, a bit overbought, but the stochastics can reset at some pretty precarious times. That was just a nasty short squeeze on Bitcoin. The 5-minute gave it to you and showed you it was likely going to happen. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. And the 1-hour did break out of this. So this flag we looked at today, right? And it looked bearish. It did to me. But when the 5-minute crossed, I knew to change my story. And bang. And that's why I use the small time frames. I don't have to be right anymore. I just have to know what to do when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have to be like perfect and do price prediction perfectly. Now I just know how to execute at the right moment. Like, I don't have to be right. I just have to get in when we cross the 200 MA on the 5. You get what I'm saying? It's awesome. So the 1 hour looks beautiful. And that says it's going to continue to 78,005. 78.5 is an area where you'll see some people take some profits that are swing traders that are just in it for the love. You know what I mean? For the love of the trade, like that aren't in it for Bitcoin all day long, because that's going to happen. 7-minute across the 200 MA, you got the pump to the upside. You're getting away from the 21-day moving average. A small time frame a correction is going to occur here. When that happens, that's going to give us our entry. So the daily looks good. The 1 hour looks good. The 4 hour, everything pumped. You may say, hey, I missed it. I missed this double bottom move. Well, we got a little piece of it already. Let's see if we can execute a little bit more. We're about to get a golden cross here on the 5-minute time frame, which is the 50 crossing the 200 MA here, but we're away from the 21. So what is going to happen? What we want to see is we want to see some type of flag here on the 5-minute. When this flag executes, we will be getting in. With high probability, this is going to happen. So look, let's take a look here. And let's begin to build our next trade, because you can't mope about what happened already. You got to be able to prepare for what is about to happen, right? The trader that's crying right now is not going to be able to execute. The trader that's able to see what's happening, take control of their emotions, and is going to be able to make a move. Who do you want to be? Wow, 75,900 for Bitcoin. About to crack the all-time high there at 76,420. For BTC, goes all the way up to 77,295, even on the smaller time frame. So it looks like we may get to 80K even today, but it definitely looks like 78,005 is going to be our next area of contention. BOOKMAP had a bunch of liquidity down here, still suggesting that we go lower, but these could just be old orders attempting to try to get back in. And, they may not know what's going on. We're in price discovery, but BOOKMAP does suggest that we do go lower. It's been firm on that. It's been firm that we go and come back somewhere to 73,002 or 20. So here's the deal. At this present moment in time, we either continue to pump on some insane level, which could happen, and I missed the boat and it continued rips. But that's why I'm loaded up on alts. I'm loaded up the way we were loaded up on Bitcoin too. Like, I spot loaded so much Bitcoin to the point of and that's to me the way, right? Every time Michael Saylor bought, I bought. He would remind me, damn, I'm not buying enough. He's buying more than me. I'm like, the guy just keeps buying. And every time it took a beat down and there was a big, it was a big red day, I kept saying, hey, you won't get these red days again. Take advantage of these red days while you can, Sam, because they're not going to be here. Grass holding 290. And if Bitcoin rips, everything's going to rip. I'm telling you right now, everything is going to rip. I see grass going up to that $377 area. So on the small time frames, watching how price action's about to play out here, and it's looking very, very bullish. It's looking very bullish. Even just buying the cross of the 200 and holding on is kind of the key there. Could be the key for the rest of the day. 15-minute, getting closer to the 200 MA. What I'm trying to see is, there's a few slick ways to play this. One way is to try to just kitty court right there. Kitty the stop loss below the 2, because there's your 200. And just see what you can get. 3-1 takes you way too high, though. You have to go for the bigger trade. I want to make a smaller trade, so it doesn't give me the protection. If you don't know what I'm saying, don't worry. If you do, it means you've done the math I've done and you're kind of with me, but it's okay. So the bigger time frames have confirmed it. It looks like we're going to continue, pin the 4 hour, and just continue to pump. All right. We may even make upward flags. Like, when you're very bullish, you'll make an upward trending flag. Some people will chase this. That's why I'll keep a tight stop if we lose the 200 MA on the 5-minute. All right? Then you'll know that, they're doing some choppiness and it's not going to go the way you want. We also have the rate cut today. Let's talk about that. Jerome Powell comes and speaks at 2 p.m. on Thursday. Let's take a look at our CME watch tool like we do every single time and show you what's happening here for the rate cut. Okay, 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 10 seconds. We will be getting a rate cut. We're going to be going back to 4.7, right? 5. We're going to get that current target rate. They're going to cut the rate. Okay. Right now 4.755. They're going to cut it to 4.50, 4.75. That's going to be the move. It's going to be cut by 0.5%. That's what's going to happen, in my humble opinion. So 97%. This is whenever this gets this high, we do exactly what this says. So they'll cut today. And when they cut, I mean, how that doesn't make, push the markets up higher, because what that's going to do is it's going to say risk on assets have the ability to pump more, right? It's going to give them that freedom to pump, and it's going to give you no reason to want to buy treasuries, be in the dollar. It just doesn't make sense. right? Why would you want to buy government debt when it's cheaper to borrow money? You borrow government debt when it's too expensive to borrow money, so you can make more money on buying the debt. When it's cheaper to buy the money, you don't buy the debt. You know what I mean? So you can the treasuries, you buy the securities. So that's going to happen in troves, and that's what the big boys have to do. And whenever a trend happens, it's because someone has so much money, they need to park at least a small amount to hedge, or at least to create a percentage move in that gain factor. So like, if they see oil's going to move, they got to buy some oil. You know what I mean? If they see something else, it's like they got to. I hope you know what I'm saying. It's like, and then you see these huge shifts in the market. It's really just a couple of big boys doing what they have to do, because there's only so many places to put your money when you have tons of money. When you're a multi-billionaire, there's only so many places to put your money. So we're going to watch this flag here get created for Bitcoin. Very likely 21 will come to price action. That'll be the interactive zone. And then boom, a catalyst will occur for a move up to $77,000. And that's looking very likely today. Again, I could be wrong. We could get a dump. BOOKMAP suggests we go lower. I know nothing but the fact of ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm just a guy that's looking at probabilities. I'm a meteorologist. I don't know where the hurricane's going, but I can tell you that when our barometer is lower than this level, we usually do this. You know what I mean? Or it's unlikely that the storm can do that after it has and I'm going to be pretty accurate with those because of all the years of data. Same exact thing here with the charts. So I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. I have no idea what's going to happen. I see 2,100 people here, and I would like to pray for you all. Dear Lord, thank you for the 2,100 people you just brought into this beautiful stream. Thank you for all the love that you've given us and me and everybody here. Thank you for the gains we've already made today. Blessings on blessings. And don't laugh. I do play from, thank for my gains, because it's how I make a living. Just like a farmer, I farm gains out these markets. And I have to keep positive, keep my emotions tight. And stay, as a trader, if you trade for a living, you have to have a very positive mindset. Dear Lord, thank you for the positive mindset you've given me. Thank you for bringing these 2,100 beautiful souls into my live stream today. They seem so loving and appreciative. May all of them consistently win and learn how to consistently win no matter what. If they do lose, or no matter what happens, may we find, a learning moment in those losses. There's no failure, only feedback. And thank you so much for everything you've given me, my family, and everybody on this earth. Thank you, dear Lord, for saving Donald Trump from that bullet. Thank you for keeping everybody safe. And thank you for getting us where we are today. Amen. Dear Lord, thank you. Even and God bless Kamala Harris and everybody in her camp. And may God bless everybody in the earth, no matter who you are. The frequency you hold is who you are, right? So you hold the highest frequency, and that therefore you become someone of high frequency. You can't hold negative frequencies no matter what. There's things I would like to say, want to say, but I won't. I'm going to always take the higher ground, and that's the key. God bless you all. Thank you for being here, and I love you, and I thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. Amen. So we're going to watch this flag on the 5-minute. We could give it all back. We're pretty far away for the 21. And, a bit of resistance at 76,000. When we wicked to, the high was 75,965 and 77 cents. They love that 77. They love it. Grass back at 290. All right, pretty right. I sold that 293 area. We'll see, or 291. But grass is bouncing back pretty fast. All right. Coins are abundant all over the place. All right. Your last few chances to make some big gains on 10Xs, 20X, 30X. Once we get our next leg up, there's only going to be 5X and 10Xs. And they're going to have to really search for little coins and get really, right now there's like basic coins with really good projects, really good teams, 100 million market caps, easily could get to $2-3 billion. There's many of them all around. Do your research, have your conviction, right? And again, have your own game plan. Don't do what anyone tells you to do. Stay focused, all right? 1 minute may just get busy right here and may just say, you know what, I just can't take it anymore. The bullishness is around, man. Yesterday we made a flag out of it. It was basically a nothing flag, and it just decided it was going to rip out of it. Like, see this? Like, you almost have to use the 30-second. Wow, look at that thing. It's funny, I wonder why we haven't been on the smaller time range yet. It's so bullish, it's ridiculous. 76,000 for Bitcoin about to crack. And there's, 76,750 is on the way. I mean, geez. I want to find a safe place to get in without aping. Like, there's got to be a spot where we kind of cool off here. What if we just continue to ape up to the upside? This is crazy. Could I get another? Look at that thing. That was the little flag right there. Oh, so I see what they're doing then. It's going to... All right, hold up. So it's going to have to go parabolic out the rising wedge, or it's going to tank down, So there you go. And then you just SR flipped 75.8. Previous resistance became support there. So this would be the trade. See, this is... I always got to find it. It's always there, too. And it looks like they want 77,000 and they want it now. Did BOOKMAP even, did they play ball and throw us some liquidity to the upside? They did. It's a little red now. And now you got guys up at 78.76. And look at the short squeeze, man. That's why I even said to I had a little short today and it was up like $100 at one point, but I was just like, I got a short, but I don't have a lot of, I don't got a lot of, I'm not like, yeah. So that would be the move there, parabolic to 77,213 out of the rising wedge. Stop loss at 75,700. Very high risk trade for sure. And I'm losing on it. I mean, losing the entry there as it's breaking out on me. Already a really good day of trading. So, I go for 1,000 to 2,000 a day. Already basically hit the quota. So we're, I don't got to be too greedy today. I don't got to chase. I got my spot bags at BTC. But dang, man, I would have liked to get in right before it broke. Now I'm chasing that pump. I don't like to chase the pump. But rising wedges break out parabolically. This is how you will break out. Unless it can break back inside. A little bit of bearish divvy there. It's just starting to flatten out a little bit, and this has an uptrend. What could happen is the smaller time frames will bullishly retest the top of this trend line here. Like to do a bullish retest, and then it'll pump. That could be my last chance to get in. There's days like today where you can also, oh wow, it's even a 2-to-1. See, it's not even a good trade. It's not that great of a trade unless 75797. $220 for 610. Let's see. Can it come down into my... And I'd rather, I almost shaved it half already. I lose $100 for 600 for 600. I do that 10 times. So super high risk. It's oversold. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Ooh. Look at that. Yeah, the stochastics just flipped on me. See, I'm going to lose $60. See? There you go. See, I'm already up big time on the day. You got to just be careful. Now, we might bounce here now. Like, I'm not just going to lose $200 for no reason. All right? That's stupid. I see a bearish div now and a shoulder, head and shoulder on the RSI. That looks like it may come down back to 75,420 now. You see, once we lose this, the rising wedge is a wrap. See, the rising wedge either breaks out or breaks down. It breaks down most of the time. You have to remember, I'm on edge just like you. I don't have all the answers. I'm trading the charts and taking what they give me. Really, that was the beautiful, you buy when you cross the 200 MA and then you sell when you get into heavy divergence. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bearish div, this swings up. This starts to flatten out. Stochastics RSI pointing down. Still seems bullish to me though, like, you know what I mean? Because this is like, it's Bitcoin right now and everybody wants in. Everybody wants in. So let's take a look. We got rejected. the 5. Now the 5's way too far away from the 21 now. So now we can begin to like, and so this would be the, you know, if we do see something happen, this could be the next trade. You can pull a Fibonacci here. You can see if you get to the 618 or right there, 0.5 at the 7.5 $400 level. Whenever you gap for the 21, you're going to come back to it. So let me delete everything again. And I'm always clearing and looking back. I have to clear to reset. And you're looking for this, you know, and you want to build the trade before it happens. So when it happens, you're ready to take the trade. The key is to be able to see these things way before they're happening. This is what nobody teaches. See, everyone teaches technical analysis, but nobody teaches the art of the trade. Nobody. I never see it like this. They have their trades open already, or they may make an entry, but they don't really truly, they're afraid to give away all the sauce. I give it all away because I truly believe that I could pass away any day. There's no guarantee I'll be here to do what I love to do, which is teaching tomorrow. So if I'm true to God, and I truly believe that God exists, which I do, 100% without any doubt in my mind, that's the reality I have chosen to live in. That means that's the reality that I do live in. And because I believe God exists, and I know God exists, I give away all my knowledge every day to others, because that's what you would do if you believed in God. Because God is so powerful and so amazing, he's going to help you and make sure you're okay. So if you take care of if you take care of God's creations, you don't think God's going to take care of you? Come on. It's obvious that if you do a lot for others, that God will make sure you're taken care of, because you're helping the flock. You know? You're helping the flock. So God's going to say, you know what? I got to help what helps my flock. You know? And so so the second you submit to God, you're going to see a superpower in your life. It's almost going to feel like, boom, like there's this giant behind you now when you're walking. And I don't know, I can't explain it, but things are just going to feel differently. Things are going to feel different. And I remember the day I finally submitted and how my life changed. And now I'm here with each and every one of you. And some of you are probably like, oh, this guy and the guy and stuff. And I'm like, but I got to tell my story, because how did I get here to see you right now? How did we end up meeting? This is just part of it. So like, don't you want to know how we met? The true story of how we met? Right? You might have just jumped in today for the first time. How many new people here on the live? Let's put a 111 in the comment section if you're brand new. Put a 333 if you're an OG and you've made gains while you've been trading with me on these live streams. Put a 333 if you've made gains anytime since I've been live. What's your opinion on Dog, the #1 meme coin on Bitcoin? I mean, I think it's cool. I like it. My man Francis likes it. I like it. I think Dog could do numbers over time. Yeah. And if you're putting in a 111 and you don't know, look at all these people that have made gains trading with me. The lifer, man. The crypto lifer, Sam Price. I've been trading for a long time, baby. Since I was 24 years old, I opened my first trade. And I was even looking and speculating before that. I'm now 42. It's been a long time coming, baby. I got into, cryptocurrency in 2016. Started trading altcoins on Bittrex. They led me into Bitcoin. I found Ethereum at $9, and then bought it at $89. But a guy on the street sold me Ethereum when it was $89. Explained it to me. Look at this double bottom that played out beautifully. Double bottom broke out. Again, TA doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And if you're not sure what I'm saying, this is a clear double bottom that played out exactly. They did not sweep the liquidity. I'll point out whenever they didn't point to show you that 68% of the time the double bottom will play out. You don't, because if you doubt the double bottom, you're going to doubt a lot of you're not going to make as many gains as I have off of it. All right. Shout out to the old ATB. Yeah, who watched me first videos on YouTube. Great to watch you as we're a different person back. You can see the way you talk. Very interesting to watch. Yes, definitely. I've changed 100% in 5 years. I mean, of course. Go watch my first videos in 2019. I was a broken person back then with so much doubt, so much hurt. I wasn't the same. I wasn't all, I didn't have the same feeling of powerfulness. I didn't believe in myself as much. I didn't have the faith that I have now in God. I lacked the faith in God. I hadn't submitted to God yet then. Not the way I did today. But again, I also hadn't been through the situations that got me to submit to God. So there you have it, right? And you can't question it. It is what it is. How did you break out of the headspace? Working out every day. I started working out every day, and it created an endorphin in my brain and changed my blood flow. And I was able to kind of have more positive thoughts on a regular basis. Working out changed my life. I tell everyone, if you have problems mentally, you're not moving enough. You got to move in the morning. You got to have a regiment workout, a strong one. One that really pushes you, makes you feel like you ran from a bear. You know what I mean? God bless everybody. Shout out to Jordan for shouting out the lifer. God bless you guys. Thank you. Super chats, ILV, Hex, Dog, DVPN, and Caspa. We're going to take a look at all your super chats, everybody. Thank you so much for sending them in. Let's take a look at the fan funding here at 1110. Hex, please. God bless the lifer. Shout out to Master Friend. God bless you. Faldex and Solana. I knew, yeah, we know Faldex. We've known about it for a while. A few months now. Double Does Crypto. I like that name. Cool. What's your opinion on Dog? I like it. I think it's hot. Yeah. I don't own any, though. Here to give some Jesus, fam. God bless you, man. Good morning. You're an inspiration. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the live share screen tonight. Jump on in, baby. We're going to have fun. Can you take a look at the DVPN chart in X account? Interesting. What happened to Cass? Any hope for it? You never know. We'll take a look at Caspa. And Ave, I'm up big, sir. Can you give me your take on ILV 9 million? I like ILV. I think it's hot. Yeah. And heck, so we got Double Does, Watchman 24, JV, MBGN, and also people here on the live. All right, let's keep it kicking. So, again, we're waiting on this trade to be perfect. We're waiting on the most absolute best entry we can make. Which to me tells me when this 5-minute will come back to the 21-day moving average. I'm open-minded because I've seen anything happen. It could turn a 1-minute flat. Anything could happen. But right now, this is what we're watching. So I can kind of start to see kind of how I would want the trade to go too as well. So let's take a look. 777.08. Man, that's the second time I hit that same level. 75.287 below 75.5, which is psychological and a good support zone. At the present price, it's a good, it's a good trade. At the present price, it's a great trade. We got some support of resistance here too. We got some shop here that could hold us down. Bit of resistance right there. I wait for the 21 to interact with price action though. That's what I want to see. But tentative trade here. Try to remind me of this trade if I get carried away because I don't want to forget it. Sometimes I get a little carried away and I forget this trade. Please remind me. People are like, aren't you running the show though? No, you are. You're running the show. Yeah. You're running the show here. I'm just a part of it. This is your show. You know that. You guys know that. Okay, let's take a look at these super chats. Doesn't it take too much to hit that like, share the love? God bless you, Omar Lopez. No, and you get so much karma for it. So it's like the best way to send some karma somebody's way from your house. So simple. You don't have to get in your car. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to take out your wallet. You don't have to do anything. And you're going to get some, some karma back your way. So it's pretty awesome. Been here 8 months in the 99. Oh, I really wanted to read that. What did he say? Been here 8 months and in the 99 for one. You've changed my life in an unimaginable direction. I'm 22, so I'm very irresponsible and not consistent with anything. You've made me a better person. Praise God. Amen. And you're on your way, my friend. You're on your way. God bless you. May God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here with us. And, stay focused. Grass pumping. 298. Gains for grass, baby. Gains for grass. There's too much happening. We're waiting for Bitcoin to come back down to the 21 on the 5-minute. Once that happens, we'll be looking to take a possible move here. Let's take a look at what's happening to grass, the hottest coin in the game. Grass, baby, grass. Grass at 3 beans now. Unbelievable. Crushing. Yeah, so we built this little mini flag. So it's, to me, see how I'm always building a flag? Because even on the microscopic timeframes, you're going to see a probability. And flags create probabilities, so why would I get in without a flag? You see? Because if not, I'm buying blind. And look at that call now for grass at 260, all the way back up to 308. I mean, 40 cents on 260 would be a beautiful trade in the stock market. Like if you did that on a daily basis, that'd be amazing. And this is probably getting started with the 333 grass moving. And yes, I did sell it because I was in high risk and I got out with some gains. Blessing, Sam. Can we take a look at SHIB, please? Thank you. May I ask your opinion from current levels? Do you think DOT or SUI will have a better return in the upcoming bull market? I think DOT's dead, man. No one cares about DOT. Yeah, I wouldn't touch DOT. But do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever makes you happy. I like DOT. I like SUI way more than DOT. Yeah. I have some personal reasons too. I don't like DOT too much. Sui's hot, man. Sui's the one. Ada touching the 200 on the daily. Thank God. Can Ada finally get a move here to the upside? And look, people take profits quickly on that move on grass. All the way back to 290 fast. See, it's treacherous, man, out here. A lot of kids getting wrecked on their futures accounts. I bet you a bunch of people just FOMO'd into grass and they just got hammered. Bitcoin probably just started pulling back pretty hard. And it pulled back the market, you know, so the grass took a hit. They didn't see it. Oh, no. And some whale sold. That's another thing, too. Now, Bitcoin goes up and down, and all the coins kind of follow it. That's why you want a DCA, having a plan. You know, and there's going to be volatility today because we have the Fed meeting at 2 p.m. I'll be live back at 2. The Fed meeting usually comes on at 2:30, 2:15, something like that. So we usually hang out for about a half an hour. I entertain you the best I can, and then we listen to Jerome for about an hour. Between 40 minutes and an hour, I'm done, you know, and then we go from there. Getting closer to the place where I would like to enter this trade. Changing the numbers of the trade too, which is nice. 140, 126 for 600. I mean, that's beautiful. If I add another 600 to my day today, it would be awesome. Absolutely lovely. Remember, I made $1,800 a week after going to college and working up to that point. I worked like 7 years, 8 years to get to that point. I still can't believe it. Look, grass lower than my sell now at 289. They spiked that puppy. And look, I wasn't even in it. Nothing to do with me. So it's like unbelievable. Spiking that thing, and I'm just watching them. That's why you get yours, you get in, you get out. If you're lucky enough to continue to make gains, and luck is, you make your own luck. Luck is something people, oh, you're lucky, but you make luck by being prepared. Luck is when preparation meets timing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone says you're lucky. Everyone's going to call you lucky when this market rips. Everyone's going, oh, you're a lucky guy. You got into cryptocurrency. They didn't call you lucky when your portfolio was down, 80, 90%, and everything you put in was basically to zero, but you held anyway. No one calls you lucky then. They call you lucky when all the gains come. They call you lucky when it looks good from the outside. Everybody wants the beautiful body, but they don't want to go to the gym. Everybody wants the awesome portfolio, but they don't want to go through the red days. Everybody wants it, but they don't want to put in the work. Everyone wants the beautiful channel, YouTube channel, and all the love and the likes, but they don't want to put in the work. Put in the work. Stop being afraid of hard work. My dad always said the easiest way is in. The easiest way is into the hard work. Not, don't try to avoid it. Just going to make it harder on yourself. 100%. 100%. Shout out to my dad, Jimmy H. Price. God bless you, Dad. I love you. I miss you. I'll see you again, man. I'll see you soon, brother. I'll see you soon, brother. It won't be too long. Time is of the essence, man. My father passed away, May of 2023. And God bless you, Dad. I love you. May 2nd at 1:45 in the morning, they asked me, is it time? We're going to pull the plug now. And he was already dead, but that was when the machine turned him off. And I saw the blood stop flowing. He had a tube coming out of his body all the way around his head, coming back into his body. You could see his blood leaving his body, going back in. He had two motors on his heart. I mean, they were trying to tell me he was gonna we're gonna give him kidney dialysis. Maybe it could clean his blood out. And I just looked at them all. I said, no. My dad ate so healthy, took care of himself too. I just man, I'm not gonna get into it. But that's why I another main reason I voted, because I voted for RFK to clean up the food, clean up the medicine. The FDA has been horrible. They basically cover for the companies that they work for. It's been beautiful. I can't take it anymore. So I'm really excited to see a change. And I want to see a big change. I hope we change this country for the better. Like we've been doing the same things for way too long. When a company does that, it gets stagnant and it doesn't do well. Every company that's successful innovates, changes, reassesses the way it used to do things, gets rid of the old, brings in the new. That happens to every company. Why aren't we doing it to the United States government? DOJ, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. The best thing a company can do is hire an outside auditor to come in and look at all the things, because people are start doing, everyone's taking Fridays light, everyone's doing this, and the auditor goes through and he says, well, you've created lax practices over the years because too many people have been doing this and doing that. And the auditor can go through your company and tell you, hey, you would have squeezed this much more out of all these different people, but you know, the office has decided it's okay to give 80, 90%. And there's and you could say there's ways to boost productivity without being mean too. Like without making people feel like you're pressing on their old way of life. There's ways to do it. My whole point is having an auditor is the best thing you can do in any business that's been running for 5 to 10 years, because you get kind of stuck in your ways, and get an outside person to look at the way it is and do it differently. And I think that's what we're going to get here with Elon Musk. You know, it's going to be pretty awesome to see an outside auditor here. And there's so many government agencies that we just do not need. And people that just, there's agencies that people probably made just because they were friends with someone in the government one day, and they're like, just help me, And for all we know, they just show up and punch in a clock and they just get a paycheck. For all we know, there's all sorts of rampant scandals going around in our government right now, and wasted money all around the place, And we're going to find it. We're going to clean it up. We hope. And honestly, it takes time, right? All this stuff takes time. Super excited, though, that there's a big change. Still watching this flag here on Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame. And even if you're a Democrat, you got to be excited, man. It's a new group of people. He didn't have these people in his administration the last time he was here. It's a whole new group of people. Let's get excited. Let's get excited. And it's positive people that have done amazing things with their lives. Vivek, a billionaire. Elon, a billionaire. People that have really done something amazing. And I'm saying it's not about just being a billionaire, but, they worked really hard to get there. That's how they became a billionaire. They pushed themselves to a high level. The billions are just part of pushing themselves to that next level. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Money really, when you're at a low frequency, money is your status and who you are and how much you have. When you're at a high frequency, money just follows you and happens to be part of your life. So when you get really rich with high frequency, the low frequency people think that you're just the money, he's all about it. But the high frequency people realize that the money just followed you. It was just part of your being. It was part of what you were doing. You were calling it into your life. Last night, what did I do? I sat in the jacuzzi, of course, right? But for the first 20 minutes, I sat in a complete state of gratitude. And I said, thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me. And I said that over and over again for over 10 minutes. Thank you, dear Lord, for all the blessings. Thank you for all the blessings. Once I did that, after 5 to 10 minutes of doing that, you get into a mantra. You're kind of stuck in the zone. Thank you, dear Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, And then from there, I see this kind of shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. You see that? Anyway, and then I said, thank you for my baby, the baby, we have a 4-month-old. I said, thank God the baby is healthy. I said, she had a rash that went away. My wife took care of it. I said, she's drinking breast milk every day. She's growing. I can clearly see that she's grown. Everything looked good. I said, thank the Lord. I said, then I got a 3.5-year-old. I said, she didn't bump her head on anything. We didn't lose her at the store. Everything worked out. She's doing great, and she's healthy, had a wonderful day. And then I looked at my daughter, my older daughter. She had a good day at school. No issues with any kids. No, her teachers love her. Everything's going well. I said, wow, dear Lord, blessings, right? And I do this every night, every single night. I might forget 5 to 10% of nights, but 90% of the nights I spend a half an hour. And then I said, dear Lord, thank you for all the abundance my business has brought me. Thank you for all the people joining the trading group. Thank you for all the people coming into the live stream. Thank you for all the people that click the links. Thank you for all the abundance you're sending into my life, dear Lord. I could never have dreamed this type of abundance. I dreamed a great life, but never like this. Never like this. Bitcoin at an all-time high right now. My net worth at an all-time high. Anyone that followed me and got into Bitcoin at 19,000, 20,000, anyone that watched my channel, your life had to have gotten better. I bought the number one thing I bought the most of was Bitcoin, and I bought it all under 30,000. so much of it in front of every single one of you guys. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm being so grateful for what has been given. I want to put God up high. I want to say thank you for this existence. I just want to be so grateful for every single moment we get to share together. This is a blessing, my friends. The fact that you got into crypto, you know how many people aren't even in cryptocurrency? I got close family members that think I'm crazy and never even got into Bitcoin. It's $75,000 a coin now. My older sister bought one at $8,800. She's about to have $100,000 in savings. She's about to have $100,000 in savings because her brother gave her the education. You know what I'm saying? Like, unbelievable, man. Why is Biden speaking? Who cares, man? Who cares if Biden's speaking? The dude's done. He's cooked like a... Who cares? Who cares? I guess you're just telling us, but we don't care, man. I'd rather listen to, you know, I'd rather listen to a horse breathe, man, straight up. That's far more pleasing to me. Thank you so much. You changed my life forever. You was there when my dad passed away. Since then, I've been following you, and you're a true inspiration to me, your community, and your family. Yeah, my mom died, my dad died. I never gave up on any of you. I never gave up on my trading group. I never stopped coming here every single day to this live stream. It did not matter. I finally picked what mattered to me the most, and it was helping others and submitting to God and being a family man to my family. I'm not perfect. I'm sure I have demons. I deal with them all the time. Nobody, as a human, you're not, you know, you're going to be fallible. But it's how we push every day and work on ourselves. Yeah, the lifer is speaking. Amen. Way better than Joe Biden. Mom, your dad, the hurricane, you don't stop, baby. We never did, baby. They almost took my stream off for a day with that hurricane. They almost took me out. You know how freaked out I got thinking I was going to stop the stream? I said, man, they finally got me. I said, the stream's going to lose a streak. And then I drove my car down the street and I said, I'm going to try this park down my house. I think I can live stream with it. My wife was like, whatever makes you happy, honey, you do what you got to do. That was such a different day, such a strange day. So look, now the flag started to form. We waited like 25, 30 minutes for the 21 to come to price action. And now the flag is here. And now it looks so nice. And we have an SR flip. Stop is at 75,235. The take profit. I'm going to get to all your super chats, everybody, please. I will get to every single one of them. I promise. I don't know why. You know, the show is ripping today, though. I'll tell you that. So this flag would likely break out to the upside here to 77,000. The bigger time frames say yes, so we just needed to wait for a smaller time frame confirmation here. And almost put your stop loss below the 200 MA and just hold on for dear life. Chance that they don't get you if you stay that low. All right. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP, see just if it gives us any inclination of a quicker move up. Is there any fatter, you know, now they're starting to build the liquidity all the way up to 77,000. Makes 100% sense. These are people hoping on a prayer. Looks like it's not happening. I'm going to open the long here before we get the breakout. Stochastics have reset. We've come back to the 21-day moving average. I've planned this out. It looked just like this. I've played many trades just like this in my life. If it doesn't pan out, so be it. I get stopped out and I can go at it again. All right. Look at this trade. If you lose this trade, if you trade this 10 times and you lose it 7 times, you're going to lose 7 times 0.5%, which is 3.5. But if you gain 3 times, you're going to win 3 times 2, which is 6%. 6 times 3.5 is 2.5%. So you're still going to be up, even if you only win 3 out of 10 of these trades. You only have to win 3 out of 10 of these trades to be profitable. All right. So you could lose these. It's okay to lose a trade. It means you were showing up. Every time I show up, it means I'm probably going to gain because it means I'm willing to show up to the trade. Doesn't mean I'm going to win every single trade I'm in. All right. Okay, nearly on the 5. I'm FOMOing. Long. Lifer, where can I find your music playlist? It's just a big playlist. Yeah, you can't really find it. What's your Jupiter price target for this bull run? I'm thinking I'm taking profit at 5. Yeah, $5, $6 is a good place. I like that. We got in at what, 50, 60, 50 cents? Yeah. So I like that. And look what my team does. So I don't have to go back to the super chats. They put them all nicely here. Illuvium, Hex, Doge, SHIB, SUI, DVM, Caspa, FALX, and ADA. I've never seen this system, but we developed one for this stream because this stream's unique to all the other streams. We get constant super chats in throughout the stream while we do Bitcoin updates, while we trade Bitcoin, while we show you gains. And Bitcoin is 67.7. I mean, starting to make a rippery here. Oh, I had 7 for a second. There's 75.7. Sorry, 75.700 I saw on the futures board there. Okay, grass had that spike, but it's flagging. And what I do when it makes a flag is you act like it never left the flag. So fine, there was a spike, but it's still inside of a flag. So here's a scalp trade. So you can either stay inside the long you were already in. So you can use the smaller time frames to confirm whether you want to bail or not. Because if you see a head and shoulder or something bad, or if you broke back inside this pattern, that means you're breaking down. You don't want to stay inside a trade when you've been clearly told that the probability isn't in your favor anymore. But look, if you're already in a long, this tells you you're probably going to continue to the upside. This is a bull pennant. They break out 68% of the time. The 7-minute is oversold. The 21's coming in. You're above a high volume node here on the VRVP, and it gives you a gap up. And you got 347 as the target. So grass, baby, to 347. This could be another trade. I may even take this trade. Considering I just sold 293, I could just get back in where I left off. I sell grass. Thanks to Lifer. Shout out to Joel Espinoza. We love you. We appreciate you, man. Francis going to ban Polymarket. When you bet crypto saying it illegal, man. I know, we've seen that. It's like not even worth talking about. You know. So Bitcoin pumping 800 already. The trade's already in the green if you took it. Like, that's how you make 30 bucks in a minute. But let's, you know, and it looks like we could maybe double down here. Kind of want to go 9 for 3 grand here and just see, you know, go hard. 1,000 for 32. I mean, the probabilities are so high. We're going to pump. The bigger time frames are with me. Do I finally soar like an eagle here and then open one of the bigger trades? I usually open these trades, but just never on the live. I'm always like, oh, I don't want to lose 1,000 bucks in front of everybody. You know what I mean? 777. That's your entry, Sammy. Soar like an eagle. Boom. I always like click it like I did click it. And I sit. Do it. The people always prevail. I'm back. Lasted 10 seconds. Watching Joe. Amen. NEIRO, go hard. I doubled down. Sniped grass, 303 for the long. Already at 303 again? No, 296. I was about to say, man, I was like, no, below 3. My mind's like, no, below 3, though. I mean, you got a hidden bullish divergence. This swings down. Well, that swings up, tells you that you're likely going to break this high before you break that low. Highly likely. I just want to double down in this trade. Trade already ripping up 3%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. I make 3% in front of you guys every single day, basically. Doge, Uncle Sam. Week says he's above 3. Grass been in since 1. Long 15x. That's awesome. Yeah. Navex looking good. Lifer, where can I find your music playlist? I don't know, baby. Yeah. It's mine, man. I do it on an old, like, on a site you got to pay for and all this stuff. You can't, like, it's not free and all that. Yeah. All right. Pumping. I told you exactly what to do. We got high. I said, that's it. We waited for the flag, right? High stochastics, a little bit of bearish div. We came back and we reset beautifully. And we re-entered the trade and the trade's going well. And remember, we're already nailing our daily limits for the day too. Technically, we front ran the 382 by the 7, but people may just FOMO on. I mean, says you. I got my strategy says no, like this is spot on. But again, who knows? Everyone's in their own reality. In your reality, that's what happened. In my reality, I don't know what you know, so it didn't happen like that. You see what I mean? But it doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and you're wrong. It means we both live different realities with different information, providing different data. That's what's cool about trading. Like, you realize, yeah, 303. Look at grass starting to pump out the flag again from that entry at 292. Grass about to do damage. I think it looks like it's about to rip again for gains. Grass has been the hottest thing out here, man. It's been so hot. It really has. I don't want to FOMO in, though. A little bit of bearish div there got me sketched out slightly as this RSI swings down. I'd much rather see this flag when we were low on the stochastics, right? A lot of FOMO for this coin, and I just saw it get a crazy move too. So consider myself lucky for scalping with 15 grand. Love you from the moment we are on a new all-time high. Love you for the moon. We are waiting for the new all-time high, Uncle Sam. I mean, technically, we're in an all-time high right now, man. 75,800. Like, let's go, baby. What, we hit 76,420? All right. But that was yesterday, man. Ray is hotter as grass. Ray did 2x from 1.5 in 1 week. Yo, Ray is hot. Ray is bed hot. And that's the thing. It's the Solana ecosystem that's booming to the upside. You know? I looked at for it to retest, and boom, it went all the way up to 4. And look at that. Was a beautiful bull pennant. Look at that bull pennant. Radium to the upside. Radium back down here, 157. We were talking about Radium like a year or two ago. Remember when I was like, these are the times, you know, these are the dexes for Solana. I mean, it was 21 bucks. Radium now, you're almost at $5. I mean, that's just 25xing on Radium. I do. It's also a confluence of how I decide the size of my trade. Inference. That's interesting. I appreciate you saying that. What would be an amount to start trading? I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know how much. It all depends on the amount someone has. Like, if you're worth 10 grand, you're worth 20, like, who knows? It's really up to the person, and it's up to the risk in the person. Some people are worth 20 grand and they can trade 10 of it. Some people are worth 100 grand, they can only trade 5 of it. You know, it depends on you. Like, if I was worth 100 grand, I'm trading probably 60 of it because I'm trying to turn that into something. You know, I'm putting 30 aside and I'm going hard with 70,000, trying to turn it into a couple $100 grand. But there's some people like, oh, I got my safe 100 grand. Now I just want to wait. And it's like, I don't know. It's not always in my mind, it's like weak. You know what I mean? Bitcoin to 75.6 is not a dump. Yeah. It's not a dump per se, right? But you can always bring that stop loss very close to break even. So if it does dump, you don't lose any money. You know what I mean? It just wicked pretty nicely off that low. They're testing the waters here. And that's another thing about having huge spot positions. Like, if your only way to make money is on Lev, then when you'll chase Lev, and Lev will be everything to you. And you're like, I have to get the Lev. It's Lev, you know. See, I'm not like that. Leverage is just an add-on to me. I don't even have to make this leverage trade if I don't want to. You know? I've already done the work, man. I've already helped thousands and thousands of people understand what Bitcoin is, understand the ecosystem, and then read the chart so they could figure out where the lowest price for Bitcoin was. I did that for thousands of people, man. Changed the world, hands down. We did it, and we're going to continue to do so. Right? But if your whole life is a leverage trade, I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe you should, I think your priorities should change. It could be a part of your trading career. And again, I trade leverage all the time. I get it, but it can't be your everything. And you can't be chasing it like it's, you know, like a football game, man. Any reason why you usually move the stop loss up to break even instead of putting it at take profit 1 to cover fees, for example, keeping stop loss further away? Thank you for the great streams. Because I scalp at high frequency. Yeah. And I probably make way more trades than you do on a daily basis. So, you know, again, maybe not. I don't know, but that's why. Yeah. Thank you for all you're saying, for your courage and dedication. You uplift me every time I feel down. Recently lost someone loved ones, but always tune in for these streams. Trump will save us. God bless you, brother. We'll take a look at Hex, Dog, SHIB, Sui, DVM, Kaz, FALX, and Cardano. While we leave this stream, this cooking on ice here. And Grass 302, baby, just waiting. I did not get back in though. You will have to buy Bitcoin above 500K soon someday. Bitcoin approval is happening soon. Sorry, I'm new. Do I appreciate you? Just a question. How do I know it would come back to the 21? Thank you. You don't have to know why, just know that it does. Know that I've spent years back testing it and that it does. Like, for instance, you'd be like, why does a horse do this when you do that? And you'd be like, I don't know why it does it, but just know that I've been riding horses for 100 years and this is what happens. All right. Yeah, just take it as that's what happens. Yeah. If you want to know, like, I could explain it. It's like the mathematical reset is the 21 is the average. Every 21 days, they take the average as they compute down into the smaller time frames. It's where price action likes to be. The bots extend. When the bots either extended, they start to sell. The selling pressure creates that flip back. The math brings you back down to the key area where the bots like it again. It's really bot programmed due to algorithmic moves based on the 21-day moving average, in my humble opinion. But again, does that even matter if you need to know that or not? Not really. You just need to know that you do come back to the 21, and those are the highest probability plays to get in. All right. I hope I didn't say too much too fast there. I feel a bit winded. And there you go. We flipped on that, you know, and the 21-day moving average is strong. I wouldn't be surprised if we still get the pump. And again, it doesn't, you know, you can't base it on it has to be. Nothing has to be. All right. Nothing has to be. Okay, let's get into these super chats. As I say, and I'm going to get them in. And look, I did see a little bit of bearish divvy there. And I don't use wicks. I go candle bodies. Doesn't say it's not going to pump, but it just, you know, like this flag would be far more enticing with low stochastics and low RSI. Doesn't mean it's not still going to pump. There's a chance it does this. Let's take a look at it. It could be consolidating in this nature. The 21, usually price action will want to touch the 21 on everything. Look, we just did it on Bitcoin. We're going to do the same thing on grass. See, I trade everything exactly the same. It doesn't matter what it is. And I know it to be Bible, right? And see how we bounce off the 21 there? That was very, very, I know, that's like, I trade that. I'm looking for that. Look where my stop loss was. Look, I have guts of steel. Who puts a stop loss like that? Nobody does that. That's insanity. That's absolute insanity. Who does that close on the 5-minute chart? I mean, how? Eventually, you'll have that much control over the way the charts are behaving around you. You'll have that control. I can't explain how and when it happens, but it does if you keep pushing. It becomes you're on another level. Like you're nowhere near you used to be as a trader when you started. You're light years ahead of where you used to be. Okay? You just blew my mind with that. Of course I did. I've been doing this for a long time. Now 21 touches, we're going to bounce again, just like when the 21 touched on Bitcoin. I mean, this is a parallel that that's why you come for these streams, 21 touching, because you get these parallel. I got goosebumps, man. You guys just got downloaded gold. But remember, it doesn't mean that everything's going to play out in your favor. All right? What do you see on Deep right now? I think I already went over that. Okay, let's take a look at Hex and Dog. Hex, if I have the photographic memory, cup and handle, came back down to the 786 fib, and it's kind of sitting sideways, probably at a perfect place to get back in after that last pump. It retraced again, right? High or low, though. All right, let's see if my photographic memory is correct on that daily. Exactly, right? There's the cup, handle. It came up, came back down, retraced to the 786. See? It bounced off the 786, just like I told you. I had it in I can remember all the charts in my head, man. Isn't it nuts? I have them all in my head. I've got a photographic memory. It's sick. It's not fair. All right? But I got to do something with it. So I print money with it now from my house, playing with these things. Why should I work if my brain works this good? I shouldn't have to work for someone else. That's what I used to say to myself. I can do this. If someone else can do it, I could do it. I had to have faith in myself. See, I had the knowledge. I had the intelligence. I lacked the wisdom, and I lacked the confidence in myself. See, you could be one of the smartest people in the world, but if you don't believe in yourself, we can't do anything with that intelligence. We can't get you to change the world. We can't get you to build. So not only do we have to build people up in this world, because the geniuses are out there, but if there's many a genius that may actually, you know, I don't want to say it, but you know, and because they're misunderstood and they don't find any, you know, having a mind like that, we need to curate. We need to help genius people, right? They don't fit into society the same. They don't they're not really responded well socially, because when your mind works that differently and that fast, it's not easy to and I'm not saying it's me, but I have like, I can understand maybe what those people go through a little bit, because my mind works at a very fast rate, and sometimes it was very hard for me to fit in. And I didn't always, I sound like a know-it-all sometimes, and I don't know how to like tone it down, and so I can offend people when I explain things a bit, right? I don't mean to. I think I did that with Bitcoin sometimes, so like, you know. So Hex, you're looking for the flag, and again, the 21 to touch the flag. Once you crack the 200 MA on Hex, you're gone, baby. All right, and look, you got this beautiful double bottom. You can almost see a slanted head and shoulder in there, see it? And you broke out of the inverted, and you got this nice double bottom here now. I mean, Hex has clearly said that that's the bottom, because you've double bottomed again off of this. Look at this beautiful Adam and Eve too. Adam and Eve double bottom for Hex. After the Adam and Eve rip, we talked about that ripping before. Remember I said I'm bullish on Hex? I don't own any. I'm just, you know, I actually, that's not true. I do own Hex. Oh no, I own Pulse Chain. I don't own Hex. I own Pulse Chain. Yeah. I got some Pulse Chain somewhere. I get it too. No need to be socially awkward, but humility is good all around the world. Whatever gifts you have. Amen. Yeah. Grass is still cooking. 301. Yeah. You already have enough proof to confidently say you're smart. I don't know, man. It's like, yeah. Sammy, do you think storage has some juice left? Possibly. We'll have to take a look at it. Send in a super chat, everyone. Okay, let's take a look at Dog. Let's take a look at Dog here. USDT on MEXC. Dog to the moon. I wanted this to hold that beautiful trend line. It did not. Came down. Now it barely retested that trend line. But you know, it has this trend line, which is an upward trajectory. This is the meme, the BRC20 meme, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I am correct, though. So the fib came back down to the 0.706. That's the secret fib. If you don't have the secret fib, right click, go to your settings. Make sure you hit the 706 and the 0.65 here in your Fibonacci. Levels there are 0078, 14779, find 77. Looks like the next target. Hey, I like it. It's bouncing off a fib. It did a double bottom off of this key area. Bounce. Probably a great place to buy in right now. I'm not going to get in. I think there's better memes at the present moment in time. All right. Yeah, NEIRO has been pumping hard too. We had it in this little flag. NEIRO likely to do damage over time. You know, and this is the ETH version of NEIRO. See, they put ETH just so you know which one it is. There's so many. And that's an Adam and Eve double bottom to me, as strange as it is. And that's likely going to, you know, you're going to get it to 34 cents sooner than later, in my humble opinion. Only a matter of time. You broke this long trend line too. And so, yeah, only a matter of time. Perfect buy zone somewhere between these 9 cents and 12 cents. You heard it here first for NEIRO. Okay. We're moving forward fast here, though. Look how, I mean, there's so many chats coming in here. Bitcoin at 75,780. Let's take a look at the chat. So we're still kind of cooking here. And see, the more lateral we build, the more we're going to build a flag now. Which is a great sign. We turn that falling wedge into more of a flag, which will add to the trajectory slightly. The bots will respond to that slight angle and pressure, as crazy as it sounds. Now, at the same time, there's a low, there's a high, there's a low, lower high. Do we make a lower low? Trend could be changing here. Don't be sketched out if we take a dump. Always be open-minded that anything is possible. You have a stop loss in case you're wrong. You go from there. Trades up 3.97%. 75.8. The 8s are key areas of support or resistance. When you stay above an 800, you usually get to the next 1,000. So like 75.8, 76,000. Then it's 76.5. Then it's 76.8. I don't know why, but they choose the 800s as a place to play with price action. I've seen it many times, and ever since I've kind of used that as my area to pay attention to, I've seen that they definitely hang out at the 8s a lot. And it's all about the 8s. We say it many times here on the channel. What is this? This is BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. It gives me a commission if you do sign up, but they do not sponsor the channel. It tells us where the liquidity is. Looks like there could be this big liquidity grab up to about 77,078. I see 785 as the next big profit-taking area before we head up to about 80 and then 90,000, right? I mean, absolutely beautiful. Look, the breakout seems to be happening here for Bitcoin. Seems like we're breaking out a little bit. Stochastics look good to me. The hidden bullish divergence kicking in. I'm going to add to the trade here. All right. Just add a little bit. Move that stop loss. Don't forget. Now I got 2 stops. You can delete the stop, make a bigger stop, and combine both stops. It's okay. I'm stubborn in my ways. And here we go. Now it's $1,700, $44,000 trade. 1,700 in at 25x lev. All right. And here we go. We cracked 76,000, right? And then you're going to go for this. We cracked this 76,250. Boom. And like 77.5 looks likely to me, but no guarantees. All right. Moving forward. Let's take a look at SHIB. And look at that thing starting to moon. SHIB. All right. SHIB's consolidating. It's only a matter of time till it pumps. I put my stamp on it as the lifer. And you know, why would I do that? Why would I say that? Because it's just so obvious it's going to moon. It is. Bitcoin's going to rip, and then these coins are going to take it. It's November, October. I mean, this is it. So that's tight. And look how tight the moving averages are. I teach my students it's all about tight moving averages. But that's just very bullish consolidation. And honestly, another cool thing is look for this to possibly make shoulder, head, bit of a right shoulder here, and then it's gone. If it loses the trend line, boom, then fine. You get stopped out. It's not perfect, but I like this. And once it breaks that point of control, it is gone. SHIB is about to make a move not too long from now. I stand by it. You know, I stand by it. That consolidation is too good. The previous resistance is support is too great at 1592, and everything is really starting to pan out the way we like it. Shorts getting squeezed here on Bitcoin. That's a short squeeze. Those are people actually getting liquidated on BOOKMAP. That's why I love this indicator. It's showing liquidations occurring live. I add the candles here. You don't have to have the candles, but I add them. I like to see them. It's completely up to you though, whatever you like to have here on, you know, configure your add-ons, right? Multi-book, liquidity tracker. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Let's get that music back up and running as we keep pumping through these streams every single day. So SHIB, I'm very bullish on SHIB for many reasons. My indicators tell me there's a giant high volume node here. You've came off the bottom and you're consolidating. A big move is coming for SHIB. And I mean back to the all-time high too. Like that's just going to be the beginning. But I do see a move here for Shiba Inu not too long from now. If you're bullish on SHIB, I'm telling you right now, with 90% accuracy based on my years of data and my technical analysis, and again, don't do anything based on what I say, all right? You do your own analysis, but I'm saying, so you can hold me to it, that there's a 90% chance we're going to see that move out of SHIB at one point. I'm even going to put it as just something we should watch in the altcoins, you know? So a move out of the consolidation looks likely. You see? And I'm telling you, I manifested yesterday thanking myself for a massive day today. And I woke up this morning and my wife was like, we had a massive day. And I was like, I manifested it. I said, I manifested it. I said, this is crazy. Like you are in control of your reality more than you would ever know. Tell yourself it already happened and it has. Collapse time and space. The universe will reach back to you and do what it has to. So we wanted the 3-day to reset drastically. And I waited a little too much. So what I did is I pivoted, and instead of buying back at 162 and missing out on that dip, I bought deeper protocol, and I bought, you know, and I basically wanted to kind of support the ecosystem on the backside, right? This is a cup and handle on the 3-day chart, and it's about to explode. I got to be honest with everybody. It touched the 21, which it was supposed to. That's what we were waiting on, and it did it. We thought more of a dip, but it wasn't strong enough. The bears weren't strong enough, and now we're ready to rock. This thing is going to moon. So now that you know that the 3 days got legs, and I'm trying to find like the biggest way we can get this thing. So you're looking at 387 for the next target for SUI, and it's going to go parabolic, and then it's in a giant double bottom. You can take that and put that here too, and that gives you like 420, 422. So SUI, and that it's going to get there probably by December or January, right? Then it'll probably have a pretty big pullback for a few months, and then another big rally. You know, unless we do, you keep ripping, I don't know, but usually you pump, you have a pullback, you pump, you have a pretty long pullback, and the pullbacks are long. Like this pullback took from March 31st all the way to September. I mean, they're not, you know, they take longer than I always thought they would take. I'll be honest, right? Not yet, Lifer. Awesome. I'm live. No, oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. All right, and I want to keep. Yeah, here we go. Where are those super chitties? I saw them and then they disappeared. Oh, they're there. Okay. So yeah, so now that we've determined Sui's gold, it is, but it's kind of double topped here. It's a little overbought. It's away from the 21. The daily did a nice rippage. The daily still looks like it has room. It looks like it could crack through this and really pump a little more. The 10 hour is starting to get a little overbought. The 4 hour, right? Broadening falling wedge, the 1 hour. Head and shouldering, right? Like shoulder head, you know, it's interesting. This is what I say. Are you ready? This is what I say. Sui was in a beautiful ascending triangle. All right, everything was going well. It started to consolidate nicely, bit of a double bottom, looked bullish. It lost that trend line, no good. But then too many people bought at that price, thought it was a great price. It bounced back inside the target, and then it had a fake out. So to me, you trade it as if this never happened and this never happened, and you act as if it just stayed inside the pattern like so. And you trade the pattern as if the pattern never lost. As awkward as this is. But this is how I found my way when, and no one would do this. Like your mentors say, hey, you got to connect the dots. You're not making the right trend. This breaks all the rules. Most people say no, but I've done this on my own and I've been able to, it's panned out for me many, many, many times. So you would play the trade as if the trade didn't do those two things. And they just stop hunting people there. And this trade may play out as such to 273. It's high risk. There's some bearish divvy here that you could say, but you could say the bearish divergence played out and now we're on a new set of divergence. I'd be open-minded to believe into that concept. 75,930 Bitcoin flat right here at this key level. And so the more we consolidate, the more we can pull this in. Remember, we're on a small time frame. So, and now we really start to build what's happening. Now, if we come to the bottom of the trend line one more time, that's going to be I'm going to load up again at 75.8. Okay. Make sure I'm below that wick. Give myself some space. And this is how we start to form the trade. And we see how price action forms. You spend hours doing this with me, you're going to start to understand how price action actually creates the probability. It's all one. It's not two different things you're doing. You're doing it all together. It's all one. All right. 90% of my TA plays that exactly, but I halfway out in the trade. That will happen for a few years. Here's the succession of trades. Know nothing at all. Dream of being different. Understand this trading crypto world, right? Type it in online. Go to some guy that talks about his Patreon, blah, blah, blah. Like Patreon take all his money. He doesn't have his own payment gateway like I do. And he's a beginner. You know what I mean? Fast forward to other people, then you find trading, then you find a guy like me who's a trader, then he sees he calls the bottom a bit going down, then he sees all these coins, and he seems to know pretty, not every time, but pretty much 80-90%, this guy seems to know the lows and the highs of where to buy. So you start watching this guy. You join the trading room. 2 years go by. You now have technical analysis experience. But do you know yourself yet? Have you worked on yourself? Maybe not. Maybe there's still so much work internally to do, and therefore your trades are not going to play out as well. You're going to have the TA, but you do not know thyself. I've gotten to know thyself, and I'm still learning, but you can see I clearly have a better handle of myself than I did when I was working the night shift. You know, I was able to control my reality somehow. At one point, I stopped working for someone else, and I now work for myself. That alone tells you that I did something different with my life. Amen, right? So the action, I don't even have to talk about it. The fact that you see me here on YouTube on every single day wearing a different suit, that's the main reason I wear the suit too, is because it's like he wears a different suit every day because it says something. You get it? It says something. It's an action that says something. When I was broke, I could not wear a different suit every day. I didn't have the money to do that. I didn't have the options. I wore a hoodie and went to a night shift. Okay? I live both sides. I'm not trying to hate on either way. Okay? This pennant looks absolutely beautiful. I like that it's getting tighter here. It's looking better and better as we watch this thing. And bull pennants are beautiful. They give you that go-ahead movement. And that hidden bullish divergence there, that swing down, that swing up, gives me the confidence that we should break this high before we break this low. And I always have to tell myself that I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and anything could happen at any time. It's a tough set of affairs. So yeah, I could see Sui at 273. As weird as it looks, and I know I'm breaking all the rules here, I'm showing you how I do it. All right. Let's take a look at DVPN and Caspa. DVPN. And send in anyone got a new coin too. I like new, brand new, low caps, things that you just found out about. Let's send them in. Send in your low cap ideas. I mean, they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, and you're throwing me a cup and handle, right? Clear as day, you can see there's your cup. On my way over, I throw the fib, and then I come on back and hit the handle. 78688 retracement. Very, very healthy. That's what's supposed to happen. That's where you get sold off to. I don't like this project. I'm not a fan of it. I know nothing about it. I remember when it first came out, a little bit of DVPN. Decentralized VPN, I guess that's what it is, right? I think it would be doing better. So let me delete everything here. So it's in a giant cup and handle, as well as the 1 hour being in that cup and handle, right? I mean, if you believe in the project, these are the lowest prices to be had. You're not chasing the top, you know, and people that don't chase the top tend to do a lot better than people that chase the top. There is someone that could chase the top and still make more money than someone that does not chase the top. $3. Grass still kind of playing with that $3 level. I'm happy that I did dip out when I did. I'd be on pins and needles with 15 grand in there right now. I don't think I'd be able to breathe. Yeah, I don't know how I pulled it off. I don't know how I pull off some of the trades that I do, man, but I do it. I go in and out. I'm like, dang, man, like how I pulled off a $15,000 scalp, but like, it is what it is, baby. Don't do what I do, please. All right, please. Do not try this at home. Demo trade and get yourself a strategy. Find a model. Do it on a daily basis. All right. I believe that is going to be your higher low for DVPN. Likely going to be the last place you can buy it before it starts to pump again. Decentralized VPN with AI. I mean, I think this thing could do damage. I don't own any. I'm not probably going to buy any, but it definitely tells me that's the best price to buy it. Unless the thing goes to zero and doesn't do what they say they're going to do, which I don't believe that's the case for that coin specifically, but let's take a look at Caspa completely arbitrarily. I own boatloads of this. I have a lot of it. Caspa, man. What are you doing to us, Casper? One of the best proof of work chains in the game. All right, hands down. But I mean, clearly, look, you can see, I mean, it's playing with the trend line now that if it loses it, I mean, it has to come all the way back down to 5 cents. It gapped up, and honestly, the chart doesn't look amazing. Usually the chart comes down, has, you know, not the greatest looking chart. It kind of has an Adam and Eve double top, does it not? They have a move to the downside, possibly. All the way down to possibly 003903. So we could see some nasty dumpage here for Caspa. It could definitely happen. XCN, Sam, currently 40 million and was 2 billion. I love XCN. Good project. I remember that project. Asset underneath with a big following. 140x to its all-time high. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, we traded that coin on and off. I'll take a look at XCN. Thank you for putting it back on my radar, man. God bless you, Ali G. All right. Bad idea, AI, please, Sammy. I took my profit when we started to lose the major 200 levels. You did a good job, man. Right there. And then you can always wait for us to recapture them. You know what I mean? AIT protocol. Shout out to Ivan Roke. Thank you. And he's a grinder too. I know the people that always like to find these little gems here. We got a lot of gem finders here on the show. What do you think of LAI or CGPT? Layer AI or ChatGPT? I have Layer AI and I have them both. And I believe they're going to blow up when AI blows up. So I own both those lower cap gems. I own a lot of low cap gems. Aura Chain, another one of my sweet babies that I believed in and I've had for a long time. It's sad. I mean, that tells you go to basically a penny, though. The measured move of that says you'll go back to a penny. I don't believe you're going to go back to a penny. But again, what I believe doesn't matter. But that technically is an Adam and Eve double top. Is there any bullishness in this at all? The only thing is this is a falling wedge. Falling wedges can break up 68% of the time. And you could look at it like it's a double bottom. And we're going to break out and then the measured move and boom, boom. This is your best chance to buy right now. And it is at support. So either it's the best chance to buy or it goes down with the ship. So to me, the market's going to rip. Caspa's proof of work. Highly unlikely it goes to zero. So in my mind, I have to tell you, probability, this has to be your best chance to buy right now. And then it has a leg up. But there's got to be some catalyst. What's going to get that, what's going to give Caspa this move? Some new partnership, some deal. Is something going to happen here? And that's why everyone who says Caspa's going to these $2, $3 levels, I mean, I don't know, man. If it didn't pull back, it had trouble getting there. Now, I don't know. Like, even with all its might, it gets to 34 cents, right? I mean, we got in at a penny. That's a 34x. Remember, we got in very early to Casper. We got in at a penny. We started looking at it below a penny. I mean, it's crazy. So, we're still up 11x. I mean, this thing's one of our hotter, but it's taken 18 months. It's been a long time. All right. 75,008. We're getting a little bit of a red candle there off the bottom of the trend line. That would be your bounce, or we're going to dump. If we lose this 200, if we lose the 21, if we lose this trend line, we're likely going to dump pretty hard. So we got to bounce. The hidden bullish divergence tells us that we won't break this low. We will continue to the upside. It's this swing to this swing, which is a downtrend. This swing to this swing, which is an uptrend. It tells us that the bots will play out for us and pump this price action. The probabilities are very high based off that hidden bullish. We are going to win this trade. But again, there's no guarantees. But I have backtested that for a long time, and there's a very, very good probability I'm going to win it. So I stand strong. Right when I say that, look at the wick comes up, and they eat that candle red to green. See? Right as I say it, speak of the green candle. Would you speak of it? Don't turn red again now. Turn back to green like a good Irish candle now. Let's go now, boy. All the way to the top there. You're a good teacher. Love you from India. God bless you, man. Sir, can you please take a look at Tin Hat Chat, FTM? I guess you missed it. Tin Hat Chat. I did not miss it yet. We're almost there. We got Tin Hat Chat. That's the next one here. We got THC Rat Phantom. We got XCN, FALX, ADA, AIT, and BMX. For your viewing pleasure. Let's take a look at XCN here. As we're running through these super chats and these coins. Is that Onyx coin? I thought XCN was something different though. Hold on, XCN, there's two coins. Man, I might be getting it confused, but I thought that was something network. It's Onyx coin or is it Kryptonite? No, Onyx coin, there it is, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there we are, 75,900 for Bitcoin. So you're thinking Onyx coin could do numbers back to its all-time high. I feel like XCN was a different coin. I don't know why I remember it being something different. I remember it being like something network. Like, oh, I think I'm getting it confused with XCAD. I think that's what's happening. I mean, it's in a giant cup and handle. Secondary high or low. Wants to do business. Can get to 0.038,952. Might just do numbers here. You never know. Slurp, please. Shout out to Stuart Crocker. God bless you, brother. Pino is the hot meme on Soul right now. Pino is pretty hot. I'll give it to you. It is hot. It is. He's right. He's on point. Pino was hot actually a few weeks back before we got like that big correction. Pino was hot. XCN isn't holding the higher low that could get a pump here. It's super high risk. Hey Sam, Raf Finance start doing memes on NEIRO. Can you look on Nut Chart, please? No. Grass at 294, baby. And I left that thing to the wayside. So happy when you sell off in with a giant position and you don't have to think about what it would be like to sit in that thing anymore. I'm a trader, man. I go through so much as a trader. You know how it is. It's a constant battle every single day in your mind. I mean, Adam and Eve double bottom beginning to form here for FALX. Like what I'm seeing. Resistance at 0.07694. Starting to break out now, though. Hello, and welcome to Crypto Jab. I'm sorry, I had to do that. It gets stuck in my head sometimes. I love my Crypto Galaxy.
You know, it's the one thing about the coin. I mean, you could get into that coin if you want to get into that coin. It doesn't really matter how many coins you buy.
Let's see if we can get all the way up here. Hi, my name is... And welcome back to the Cryptoverse. FALX goes all the way out. I love everybody in the space, man. I really do.
Hey, my name's Jordan. Jordan came around there. You know, I'm going to eat a shark there.
Dude, did I pass Jordan's channel? Remember, I had 20,000 subscribers. Jordan had like 60,000. Did I pass Jordan Cameron? That'll be the day. I think I may have. Again, I wasn't a competition, but I was trying to pass him. You know? Bitcoin booming to the upside here. The trade is in the money. You're in the money if you took the trade up 166%. Oh, boom. And there we have it. And I show you how we do this every single day. We can move maybe even one stop pretty close to break even. Might as well move them both after that wick there. Now we can't lose the trade. You see, we've moved the money ahead of our entry here. Look how we nursed this flag. Remember, we nursed it. We were here. We knew we nursed this whole thing. I do this for a living. I watch as price action molds itself into probabilities. See, this is what price action does. See, you guys think I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. Someone said I was a genius. I don't think it. But someone called me a genius earlier today. I am not a genius. I'm just a consistent person. Consistent people look like geniuses to people that aren't consistent. Yeah. In the gains with the lifer, baby. God bless you, my friend. God bless you. 162 on that gain. And we can't lose the trade now. We have covered ourselves. No matter what happens, we get stopped at a break even. We come back for more. And look how we work this trade. And this is when people come here, they actually make gains. You know what I mean? Love the vibes here every single day. Stay blessed, lifer. Shout out to Carlos Marcelo. God bless you, Carlos. Looking like a double top with low volume. Hey, that's what you see. You never know. We'll see what happens. We might double top there. Well, we might just, you have to remember the daily and the bigger time frames look good. So we've already confirmed that the bigger time frames wanted to rip. We're just waiting to get in on the smaller ones. 76,100 for Bitcoin, about to go to that all-time high. Can we hit another all-time high today for Bitcoin? Baby, all-time high for Bitcoin! Let's go! Sorry, I may have just blown your ears out. I tried to move away from the mic, but I am just so hyped right now. This ain't your average YouTube channel. I'm not your average YouTuber. I don't do it like everybody else. I don't plan on ever doing it like that, baby. But like, let's go, baby. 76,137 for Bitcoin pumping, about to break it. We're showing you how to make these gains on a daily basis. We already made tons of money today. We're making even more. I used to make $350 a day, baby. Come on now. That's a nice scalpelino. Let's take a look at the 1 minute time frame. How far are we from the 21-day moving average? Getting a little too far away. Looking a little. I see what you're saying with the double top there. Do we not have the fall through? $200 up on the trade. This thing could Ripley, or we could get hit. And again, I'm already up so much in the day. Don't be greedy for the 200. I can take the 200 right now, but I mean, don't be greedy for the 200. We're too far away from the 21, though. I'm going to scalp the 178 and get back in when we tap that 21. We're going to come and tap this 21. I'm going to get back in the trade. I'm going to be able to do this. Look. So I took my 170. After taxes, probably 165. I mean, after fees. And again, it probably was a sketchy move to pay myself there. Very sketchy. But you know what? I made money, didn't I? No matter what, there's not a question at this point whether Sam can get in and get out of a trade. And that's what you pay me for. You know, that's what you pay the trading group for, to learn from someone that does it every day and actually pays themselves. So do you pay yourself? If you don't pay yourself, it's hard to call yourself a pro trader. All right. Someone who just gets in and hopes every time. I don't know if that's trading. I mean, I guess it is. But you got to pay yourself, man. You got to pay yourself. And it's important that I pay myself in front of you, because a lot of people are in fear. They're afraid to hit the sell button, because if they, it's going to go to 79 and I'm going to miss out. So what? It'll come back down. You'll find another flag in 2 to 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you were getting married today? You would care all about this chart. This would be the only thing. No, your life is yours. You're the opportunity. Bitcoin is an opportunity that is a part of you being the opportunity, but it is not the opportunity. Understand? Bitcoin is not the only opportunity. You're the opportunity. When you start chasing price action, you're telling the universe that you are weak, because you're telling the universe that you aren't the opportunity, that the thing you're chasing is. So therefore, the universe obviously thinks you're not. So why would the universe send you opportunities then? You don't think you're the one. You're going over there. You have to be what the universe can respond to be able to attract the things you want into your life. Doesn't it make sense? This is quantum theory, but it's obvious. And this goes back to the fact that I said at the beginning of the stream that you're in control of your reality. You're making it as you're inside of it. 100%. Shout out to the 2,113 people here on the live. May God bless you all. And it looks like the time change was very beneficial for us. Looks like we were fighting that time change this whole time. You know? Almost feel like we fell out of that one. And what if it goes parabolic and I miss out? It could happen. It could happen. You know, the 5 minute looks good. The 5 minute says there's really no reason to leave the trade. The 5 minute says I can get a little more. So we're going to go for 78,100. 114. 113. 177. Shout out to Laurel Oak for Asian night last night. I had such a good time. I really did, man. They redid the whole place. It looked great. 75,574. And I can risk what I just made. I mean, why not? We're bullish. All right. Always check your risk. I may have how did I make $24 in a second? 30. It just made. It's just so crazy. I made $33 in literally a second. Oh wow! I put way more in the trade than I wanted to. So hold on. The risk is crazy. Let me flash close here. The risk was like $600. Yeah, so you be very careful. See that? It's happened to me a few times, and the next thing you know, the trade doesn't go your way, and you're like, wait. Why did I lose so much? Because you got to pay attention and slow down, especially me. The way I move. All right, there's the trade, and now the risk is right. The risk is only 191. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, and then I'll break even on these crazy scalps, but I'll have a chance to get a ticket to the ride. So I just traded myself for a ticket to the ride. You see what I mean? And I get to post the big gains when we hit it. They get 78,000, you know? Make 1,000, have a good time. Anyway. Bang, 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 SHIB and Doge. I've been trailing all morning since 5:30. I'm a Parker out front of the gym. I'm going in. I made excellent gains. Thank you, Sammy. You're funny, man. He's like, I was about to go in the gym, but I just kept trading on my phone. Gain after gain after gain after gain. They're like, what is that guy doing in his car? He's making gains with the lifer. Let's take a look at DEX tools. It might have what we need here. Remember, we're back with the Fed watch. Later on today, we have the Fed meeting today. They're likely going to cut rates. That's probably baked in. I feel like we're not going to get much reaction out of that. But you never know. You never know. And I like to see the difference with the new administration. I just kind of want to see the feel and the vibe of the Fed meeting. It's going to be different, right? Tin Hat Cat on Wrap Phantom. We have you here on DEX Tools.io. Breaking it down for you every single day, baby. And where did all you beautiful people come from? Wow, so this has been pumping from 17 cents up to 54. Just did a 3x on you. And funny, look at this. Pull your fib. Where did it retrace to? In between that 786 and the 886. Really, the 886. It's not on there. It should be right there. But I mean, that's, you know, and then some previous support became resistance. Right? You made a flag, a falling wedge. The falling wedge broke out 68% of the time. Where does it break out? It breaks out when you hit the fib. Everyone's like, what, you know, how do I know when, you know? It gives you the measured move to 84. Says we may continue to crack. And then you're like, okay, then. So how do you get in? Same thing. You go to the smaller time frame now. And you look for the flag. You look for the 21 to come to price action. I mean, this is just basic stuff. I mean, it's the same thing we just did on Bitcoin. It's the same thing we did on grass. It's the same thing I'm doing here. And then we're going to wait for this to flag out. If this is bullish, it's going to create a bullish flag. If it's not, it's going to lose the 200 and drop down. Very simple stuff here when it comes to trading. You just got to pay attention and do the same thing over and over again. And you too will have the same skill as me. I'm not superhuman. I'm not that smart. People think I'm high intelligent genius. I don't believe that. I mean, I think we're all, actually, you know what? I do believe that. I think we all have a genius code in us. I think every single one of us has the ability to be a genius. We just have to be put in the right setting and what we're really good at. You know, some people are geniuses at writing, but they can't do math. Some people can paint the Sistine Chapel like it's real, but they can't do science. Others are mathematical geniuses, but they can't paint. Everyone has a skill. Everyone has a genius code inside of them. Everybody here, all the 2,103 of you, you have a genius code inside of you. We just have to find it. I believe that's the difference between a great CEO of a company and a regular CEO. He's able to find the genius code in all of his employees. He's able to find out what makes them tick and how they can be best utilized as people, man. And that gives them purpose. It gives them belief in themselves. And it's how a company really takes form. And that's CEOing at its best, highest level. All right. And it comes down to energy and frequency and knowing how to build your people up that are a part of your team and not breaking them down. Right. Like, come on. I mean, here's a revolving door over there, right? So look, ADA finally breakout, retest, pump to the upside. Cardano finally getting some type of movement here and breaking over. Look, resistance, 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 resistance. Cardano has not been able to break above the whole month of October, 36 cents. And it's back in the green again. Well, look, we're getting a big pump. And we're getting what? Away from the 21. I would stay on the 4 hour for Cardano. Chance if Bitcoin continues to pump, we all get the pump here. But we want to see something like this here. And again, the flag out, the 21. When the 21 crosses the 200 MA, it's a good sign. You could draw a mini local fib here. You don't want to get too crazy. And you might even want to draw from that impulse. And it tells you there's your 618. Your 618 right there. And then that should coincide with the previous support of resistance, which it does. It actually has a high volume node sticking out right there at about 37. So you'd think 37 would be the next bounce. And then we should never go lower than that again. Based on the moving averages, based on this long consolidation for Cardano. And if you look at Cardano, I have it in a giant cup and handle. And it's on the way, man. It's going to do its thing and get back to that $3 level. It's just only a matter of time. I believe Cardano will be a $3 coin. You know, maybe even 8, 9, 10 months from now. Let's take a look at AIT, USDT. AIT protocol on CoinEx AMALs. I think it's AIT protocol. Yeah. Once it cracks that 200 MA, it's gone. It has that exact thing that Ape had before Ape got lit. It cracked the 200 MA here. It could go higher to 21 cents. Resistance, resistance. All right, I like that higher low. Resistance, it's above the 6-hour 200 MA. So there, that's all you really have to, you know. So the same scenario here is you might break out and pump hard. But I'd be looking for the flag as the 6-hour touches the 21-day moving average. When the 6-hour touches, that would tell me, and the stochastics will reset. And that will likely be your chance to make that final call. And you've already broken out. A flag outside of a bigger breakout. Look at that kind of double bottom type of look. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's interesting. I like what I'm seeing. It does look somewhat bullish to me. AI Mall. Or AIT protocol. And let's take a look finally at BMX. Did I look at FALX? I see Falcon X about to explode too. Look at this cup and handle Adam and Eve. That thing looks like it's about to do damage up to 1 penny. 136% gains out of that. And we have BMX. Bitmart token. I mean, Bitmart's hot. You know, it's been around long enough. You think it'll continue. It's the first higher low in a set. You draw the fib. 786 fib retracement. Just has low volume. You know, I'd be careful about that, but it's probably likely to continue. Exchange tokens do well in bull runs. And last but not least, but SLURP. And then everyone, I got to call it at that point. I got to call it. My wife's sitting there with the clock on me, staring at me with the clock. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And we got to figure that out. Why is JIP lagging behind Radium and Orca? It's just a big coin with a bigger market cap. That's all. Yeah. Takes a lot more money to move Jupe than it takes to move Radium. Look at the market caps, right? Let's take a look at the Jupe market cap. Bitcoin 269 seems to be breaking out now here. Remember, we already took profits. We're back in a new trade, already up green again. Bullish retest right there. Many times that's a hot spot for a move, eh? Oof. High stochastics though. And as I leave the trade, I'll be in this trade too. You see, it never ends, man. Whether I'm streaming, trading, grinding, moving, creating content, tutoring somebody, teaching, it never ends. And it should never end, right? You should have a hustle that feels like it never ends. That's a blessing. Okay. Okay, last but not least here, I couldn't find SLURP at the moment. I'll have to get back to you guys on SLURP. Let me see. It should be here, right? For some reason, oh, there we go. SLURP on Sol. Tiny market cap, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess you're trying to find something at the very beginning. Just be careful. $700,000 could be a ruggie. You know, it's up to you. I really can't assess much. Let's look at the 5-minute. I mean, you know, it seems to be forming an ascending triangle, which is a bullish sign. Like, that would say it would continue to the upside. You see that? Technically speaking, it looks interesting. Tesla about to get to 300s. Love your channel. God bless you, brother. Oh, Tesla's going to soar. We gave the Tesla call a long time ago. I got to run, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin soaring to the upside, doing numbers. We called that flag and the bounce off the 21, and then it did exactly that. Let's take a look at Tesla Inc. here on the NASDAQ. And we talked about Tesla booming. And with Elon getting in, you know what I mean? Elon getting into office, it seems, right? But like, and whatever they try to do, and it'll just be pardoned by Trump anyway, it won't matter. But like we talked about Tesla, the entry was right there. And Tesla's up huge. Now breaking out of this beautiful, and look, we had the inverted head and shoulder. And then the call for Tesla was given live too. And you can hear, I recorded, I was like, this is it. Tesla's about to get a big move. And then we had that earnings, and then boom. And there you go, $300 for Tesla. It was just 200, just 139. Remember that one YouTuber said he was going to buy it at $40? What a... everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. God bless each and every one of you for being here. We're in the trade, and it's pumping to the upside. So far, so good here for Bitcoin. All right, we're going for 78,161 is the next target for BTC, and then 78.5. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you for the amazing live stream. 2,000 people here the entire time. Unbelievable. Really one of the greatest retention streams in the history. We've had streams that have hit heights like that, but not have retained it the entire time. Shout out to I Trust Capital. If you want to learn how to get yourself ready for your retirement, head on over to I Trust Capital and find out more today. All right. I Trust Capital is an awesome place to get yourself ready for retirement. It'll be awesome. And Decrypted.tax, you can see both of the banners on the bottom of the screen. Decrypted.tax is a great place to do your taxes. Okay. Bitcoin seems like it could be flipping around here. It's trying to retest this line one more time. Let's get that bullish retest of the pump to the upside and show these puppies what we're made of. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on into a wonderful live stream. You've made my day. I feel amazing. I feel I had purpose. You guys gave me purpose by showing up every single day. I hope I didn't skip a super chat. If I did, please forgive me. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. And we'll be back in action tomorrow with another beautiful live stream. If you want to join the trading group, one last thing, if you want to join the trading group, we make it very simple. The pinned comment up here, cryptolifer.com. Hit the link. We're going to have a screen share tonight where I go over my entire portfolio. That's worth $99, I believe, and you can pay $99 to join the trading group, and you'd be there tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go over my entire portfolio, have a blast, spend some time together. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys tonight. We're going to be back in about an hour and a half, 2 hours for the Fed meeting as well. And we'll be doing live trades there too as well. We usually live trade the Fed meeting. If something else happens, it's going to be fun. So I love you all. I appreciate you. We'll be back in action in just a couple hours to go over Jerome Powell. I'll see you guys soon. May God bless you all. And may all a good day. But crypto's life, baby. Stay awesome. Stay amazing. You can, you will, you're all the best. Stay positive. Get rid of negative people. That's how you win, baby. You got to stay positive every single day. This is your time. This is your time. God bless us all. Thank you so much for being here and giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. Thank you.